Everything begins with energy. Before there is form, before there is action, before there is even a single word spoken, there is energy. It's the silent language of the universe, the invisible current that shapes reality itself. Most people move through life unaware of the frequency they're broadcasting, unaware of how that silent vibration is scripting their entire experience. But when you reprogram your energy, something extraordinary happens. The world doesn't just respond, it rearranges itself around your new frequency. And that's where the magic begins. Think of energy as a mirror. Whatever you project out, the universe reflects back to you. If you're projecting scarcity, you keep meeting closed doors. If you're radiating fear, you keep encountering reasons to stay small. But when your energy begins to shift, when you step into a higher frequency, you start seeing opportunities you never noticed before. People treat you differently. Moments align as if they were scripted for you. Life begins to feel less like a struggle and more like a flow. This isn't a fairy tale, it's how resonance works. Most people try to change their reality through force, working harder, pushing against resistance, trying to think their way out of old patterns. But the truth is, energy precedes action. When your energetic blueprint changes, your outer world follows without the same struggle. It's like swimming with the current instead of against it. And it's not just about thinking positive, it's about rewiring the silent signals you're broadcasting every second. Signals the universe responds to without fail. Have you ever walked into a room and felt someone's energy before they said a single word? Maybe their presence felt warm, magnetic, and uplifting. Or maybe it felt heavy, tense, or uneasy. That's not your imagination. That's your intuitive system responding to energetic information. Now imagine if the energy you carry could become so elevated, so aligned, that everything around you starts responding in harmony. That's what happens when you reprogram your energy. The first shift begins with awareness. You can't reprogram what you don't recognize. So pause and look at your life. Everything around you is a reflection of your dominant energy patterns. The people in your life, the situations you keep repeating, the feelings that resurface again and again, they're not random. They're mirrors. And once you understand that your reality is reflecting your vibration, you unlock the power to shift everything. But here's the beautiful part: changing your energy doesn't require years of effort. It begins with subtle, intentional steps. The moment you bring conscious awareness to your frequency, you already begin to transform it. Imagine tuning an instrument. It doesn't happen with one big move, but with precise, gentle adjustments until the note rings clear. Your energy works the same way. Each thought, each feeling, each intention is a tuning fork. And as you shift them, your frequency becomes more coherent, more aligned with the reality you want to create. The reason it feels like magic when energy shifts is because alignment creates ease. The opportunities that once felt distant start showing up effortlessly. People sense your energy even before they understand why they're drawn to you. Circumstances that once felt stuck begin to move. But the real miracle isn't outside of you. It's inside. Because the moment your inner world changes, your outer world mirrors it with startling precision. It's important to understand that your subconscious mind is like the operating system of your energy field. It runs silently in the background, broadcasting frequencies based on old beliefs, emotions, and stories you've carried for years. That's why trying to force change on the surface rarely works. If the deeper programming remains the same, your energy remains the same, and your reality doesn't shift. Reprogramming your energy means reprogramming the beliefs and emotions stored beneath the surface. And here's where something powerful happens. The moment you become aware that your energy can be shaped, you're no longer a passive participant in life. You become the author of it. Instead of reacting to old patterns, you begin creating new ones. Instead of being defined by your past, you start broadcasting your future. The energy you emit becomes intentional, and the universe responds like an orchestra following a conductor's lead. Now, imagine a version of you that moves through life radiating calm certainty, magnetic confidence, and deep trust in your path. People feel it. Opportunities align. Synchronicities multiply. This isn't because reality suddenly became easier. It's because your frequency stopped fighting against itself. You became coherent. You stopped leaking energy into fear, doubt, and resistance. And when that happens, everything accelerates. Most people live in energetic autopilot. Their frequency is shaped by old wounds, unprocessed emotions, and inherited beliefs. They're broadcasting patterns they didn't consciously choose. But when you wake up to the fact that your energy is programmable, you stop being a passenger. You grab the wheel, and that shift is like turning on a light in a dark room. What once felt uncertain suddenly becomes clear. The most magnetic energy is not forced, it's aligned. It comes from someone who knows their worth, trusts their timing, and embodies their truth without trying to convince anyone. That energy is undeniable. It pulls, it doesn't chase. It radiates, it doesn't beg. And when you start embodying that energy, the universe matches it without hesitation. Reprogramming your energy doesn't mean becoming someone else. It means peeling away the noise, the false stories, the heaviness that isn't truly you. It's remembering the power you had all along. It's coming home to the frequency of your true self. And once you do that, reality bends in ways that feel magical, not because the world changed overnight, but because you did. The moment you align your energy with what you desire, everything begins to move differently. You start attracting people who match your frequency. You begin noticing doors that were always there but invisible to your old vibration. The opportunities don't suddenly appear. You finally become the version of yourself who can see them, receive them, and claim them. And the most breathtaking part is that this is not a gift reserved for a few chosen people. It's not about luck, or privilege, or chance. It's about resonance. The universe is constantly responding to the frequency you emit, and you are capable of tuning that frequency every single day. The only question is whether you choose to. When you reprogram your energy, you stop asking for permission. You stop waiting for external validation. You stop negotiating your worth with a reality that was built on your old vibration. You start leading with energy, and the world responds. Energy doesn't just respond to what you say, it responds to what you believe. It listens not to the words that leave your mouth, but to the vibration you hold in your being. You can say, "I'm confident," 100 times, but if your energy vibrates with insecurity, the universe responds to that insecurity. This is why so many people feel stuck even when they practice positive thinking. They're saying the right things but broadcasting the wrong frequency. And the universe, like a mirror, reflects the signal, not the noise. The magic begins when belief and energy align. When the words you speak, the thoughts you think, and the vibration you hold are all moving in the same direction, life opens up like a well-lit path. People call this alignment. It's not luck, it's coherence. And coherence creates power. When you reprogram your energy, you begin dissolving the inner resistance that keeps your reality tangled in contradictions. The confusion disappears, not because the world gets simpler, but because you're finally broadcasting a clear, unwavering frequency. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you're even slightly off the right frequency, all you hear is static. That's what most people experience, a mixture of desire and doubt, confidence and fear, hope and hesitation. But when you land precisely on the frequency, the static disappears, and the message comes through crystal clear. The universe works the same way. Once your energy is tuned, your desires no longer have to fight through the noise. And here's something most people don't realize: your energy field is not just emotional, it's physical. Your heart, your breath, your nervous system, all of it is part of your energetic signature. When your energy is in survival mode, your breath is shallow, your heart is tight, your thoughts are restless, you're signaling contraction, scarcity, and fear. But when your energy is elevated, your body shifts with it. Your breath deepens. Your presence expands. Your nervous system relaxes into trust. And that shift is magnetic. People feel it. Opportunities sense it. The reason this feels magical is because most of the world operates from a frequency of tension and uncertainty. When you enter a room radiating calm power, it stands out like a lighthouse in the fog. You don't have to say a word. The energy does the talking. And when you embody that frequency consistently, your reality begins to orbit around it. You become the center of gravity for the life you want. This is why inner work is not optional. It's the foundation of transformation. If your energy is your broadcast, then your inner world is the transmitter. The clearer and stronger it is, the farther your signal reaches. Many people try to build new realities on top of old frequencies, but that's like trying to plant roses in soil full of weeds. The surface might look beautiful for a while, but the roots are still tangled in what was. Real magic happens when you clear the soil, nourish it, and then plant with intention. Let's talk about the stories you carry. Every belief you've accepted, about what you deserve, how the world works, and who you are, anchors your energy at a specific frequency. If you grew up believing life is a constant struggle, your energy broadcasts struggle. If you absorb the idea that love is scarce, your energy emits scarcity. If you've been taught that success is for other people, your energy carries exclusion. These stories aren't facts, they're frequencies, and frequencies can be rewritten. Reprogramming your energy isn't about pretending those stories never existed. It's about becoming aware of them, recognizing their influence, and choosing to tell a different story. You don't need to erase your past. You need to stop letting it broadcast your future. This is where intention steps in. Intention is not wishful thinking. It's a recalibration of energy. It's declaring a new frequency and embodying it so fully that the universe has no choice but to reflect it back. At first, it might feel unfamiliar. When you've been living at a certain frequency for years, higher energy can feel strange, like walking into sunlight after being in a dim room for too long. Your mind may try to pull you back to the familiar, even if the familiar is uncomfortable. But if you stay anchored in the new frequency, something incredible happens. The old patterns lose their grip. What once felt like resistance starts to feel like momentum. This is why consistency is everything. Your energy isn't shaped by a single thought, it's shaped by repetition. Every time you choose the new frequency, you strengthen it. Every time you act from your elevated energy instead of your old fears, you reinforce it. And over time, the new frequency stops feeling new. It becomes your baseline. That's when the magic doesn't just happen occasionally, it becomes your way of living. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract opportunities effortlessly? They're not lucky, they're aligned. Their energy broadcasts clarity and confidence, so the universe responds in kind. And the good news is this is not reserved for a few gifted souls. It's available to anyone willing to tune their frequency intentionally. It's a skill, and like any skill, it gets stronger with practice. The bridge between the old frequency and the new one is choice. Every moment gives you a decision point. Will you choose fear or trust? Will you choose doubt or faith? Will you choose to live from the energy of your past or the energy of your potential? Each choice is a brushstroke painting the energetic landscape of your life. The more deliberate your choices, the clearer the picture becomes. One of the most underestimated aspects of energy reprogramming is emotional permission. You have to give yourself permission to feel worthy of the frequency you're stepping into. If your mind is saying, "I deserve abundance," but your energy whispers, "I'm not enough," the universe listens to the whisper. That's why deep inner work isn't just about saying new affirmations. It's about believing them so deeply that they change the way your energy moves through the world. And this is where the shift starts to feel supernatural. When you align belief, energy, and action, synchronicities start showing up. The right person calls at the right time. The door you thought was locked suddenly opens. The path that felt invisible becomes illuminated. It's not that the universe suddenly noticed you. It's that you finally started broadcasting on a frequency where everything already existed. What most people call miracles are simply moments of alignment. When your energy resonates with the outcome you desire, reality can't help but respond. That's not fantasy, it's physics. Frequency meets frequency. And when you hold that frequency consistently, the results start compounding. One shift becomes 2, then 5, then a wave of momentum that feels unstoppable. But remember, energy reprogramming is not about perfection. It's about alignment more often than not. There will be moments when you slip back into old frequencies, when doubt creeps in, when fear gets loud. That doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're human. The key is not to stay there. The key is to return to your chosen frequency again and again until it becomes your default. Every time you choose your new energy over your old story, you're rewriting your reality. Every time you breathe through fear instead of collapsing into it, you're expanding your signal. Every time you trust the process, even when it's not visible yet, you're building a bridge between what is and what can be. And that bridge leads to magic. Not because magic is rare, but because most people never stay aligned long enough to see it. The real secret of energy reprogramming isn't about chasing outcomes. It's about becoming the frequency of the outcome before it arrives. Most people believe they'll feel secure once they have money, loved once they find a partner, free once the opportunity appears. But energy doesn't work like that. The universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you are. When you embody the feeling before the result, you magnetize the result toward you. That's the essence of energetic creation. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the version of you who already has what you desire. How do they feel? How do they walk, speak, and breathe? What energy do they radiate without trying? That energy is the key. When you bring that frequency into your present, you collapse the distance between desire and reality. The universe no longer sees your dream as something far away. It registers it as already here, because energetically it is. This is what people mean when they say, act as if. But it's not about pretending. It's not about faking a smile while feeling empty inside. True energetic alignment means feeling the energy of that version of you so deeply that your entire state begins to shift. Your nervous system believes it. Your subconscious accepts it, and your energy broadcasts it. That's when life starts rearranging itself in the most unexpected and breathtaking ways. Flow isn't accidental. It's a natural result of alignment. When your energy vibrates in coherence, resistance dissolves. It's like stepping into a current that carries you forward without you needing to push against the water. Doors that were once shut don't just open. They swing wide without you having to force them. That's the magic people talk about when they say, everything just fell into place. It's not coincidence. It's resonance. But here's the part most people misunderstand. Reprogramming your energy doesn't mean you'll never face challenges again. It means challenges stop controlling your vibration. When you meet difficulty with elevated energy instead of fear, the difficulty loses its power to shrink you. Instead of collapsing into the old pattern, you stay anchored in your chosen frequency. And the moment you stay anchored, the challenge becomes a catalyst, not a setback. Your energy is like a lighthouse in a storm. The waves may crash, the wind may roar, but the light remains steady. That steadiness is what allows you to navigate life differently. When your frequency remains unshaken, the world responds with stability. Opportunities don't disappear in chaos. They become clearer because your energy isn't matching the storm. You're leading it. One of the most powerful things you can do is learn to regulate your energetic state in real time. It's easy to feel aligned when everything's going well, but the real transformation happens when you choose alignment, even when life throws shadows at you, when the bill comes unexpectedly, when the opportunity falls through, when the doubt whispers in your ear. That's when your frequency matters most. Because the energy you choose in the storm determines the reality you'll meet on the other side. Think of every moment of your life as a tuning opportunity. You can either unconsciously match the frequency of your external circumstances or consciously broadcast the frequency of your chosen reality. This is the crossroads between living reactively and living powerfully. Most people live their entire lives reacting to the energy around them. But when you reprogram your energy, the direction reverses. Instead of your environment dictating your energy begins to shape your environment. And this shift is profound. It's why some people can walk through chaos and still radiate calm. It's why some can lose everything and rebuild stronger than before. Their secret isn't luck or privilege. It's energetic mastery. It's the ability to hold their frequency steady no matter what. And once you embody that, the world begins to feel different. The weight of external circumstances loses its grip on you. When your energy is reprogrammed, your actions carry a different weight. A single aligned action can create more momentum than 100 frantic moves taken from fear. This is why aligned people seem to do less but achieve more. Their energy amplifies everything they touch. It's not about pushing harder. It's about moving from clarity, not desperation. This clarity also transforms your relationships. When you elevate your energy, the people around you shift in response. Some will rise with you. Some will fall away. And that's not a loss, it's a recalibration. Energetic alignment naturally attracts what matches and releases what doesn't. You don't have to chase or cling. You simply hold your frequency, and everything sorts itself with almost mystical precision. Think of a magnet. It doesn't beg the metal to come closer. It simply radiates its magnetic field, and the right pieces move toward it. That's the nature of energy. When you stop chasing what isn't in resonance with you, and start radiating the energy of who you truly are, what belongs to you can't help but find you. That's not wishful thinking. It's the universal law of vibration in action. Reprogramming your energy also means letting go of the identity built around your limitations. So many people cling to old versions of themselves because it feels safe. Even pain can feel familiar. But magic doesn't live in familiarity. It lives in expansion. And expansion asks you to release the version of you that was built in survival so you can step into the version of you that was born to create. That's why discomfort often shows up when you're shifting your energy. The old identity resists. The mind whispers, "Who do you think you are?" But the truth is, you're not becoming someone new. You're remembering who you've always been beneath the noise. The frequency of power, worth, abundance, and love has always been inside you. You're not chasing it. You're uncovering it. And when that frequency becomes your default, magic stops being a surprise. It becomes a rhythm. Synchronicities, opportunities, and breakthroughs become part of your daily flow. You wake up in a reality that feels softer, brighter, more cooperative. You stop needing to control everything because you've learned to trust the energy you're carrying, and that trust becomes the anchor for everything else. The beauty of this process is that it doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. Each day, you tune your energy. Some days you'll feel fully aligned, some days less so. But over time, the frequency of your highest self becomes louder than the noise of your fears. And the moment that happens, your outer world begins to reflect that inner frequency with stunning precision. Imagine walking through life with a quiet, knowing that everything is unfolding for you. Imagine radiating an energy so grounded and magnetic that you stop chasing and start receiving. Imagine feeling safe, abundant, and powerful, not because of what's happening around you, but because of what's happening within you. That's not a distant dream. That's the reality that unfolds when you master your energy. This is why people who truly embody this work often look like they're lucky. But luck is just aligned energy meeting the right moment. And when your energy is elevated consistently, those moments find you again and again. What once felt impossible becomes inevitable. The journey of reprogramming your energy is not about escaping reality. It's about rewriting it. It's about walking through the same world, but experiencing it from a higher plane. The opportunities that used to pass you by start sticking. The love that once felt unreachable begins flowing toward you. The life that once felt like a struggle begins to feel like a dance. And the best part, this power has always been yours. It's not given to you by anyone else. It doesn't depend on your past, your environment, or your circumstances. It's born in the moment you decide to reclaim it. The moment you choose to stop being a passenger in your own story and become the frequency that writes the next chapter. Here's the truth most people overlook: the universe is not testing you. It's responding to you. Every situation, every encounter, every moment is reflecting your energetic state. When you move through life unaware of that, everything feels random, chaotic, unfair. But when you step into awareness, you begin to see the hidden architecture behind it all. The world isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. And the moment you fully claim that truth, you step into a level of power that feels almost otherworldly. This is why reprogramming your energy isn't just about feeling better. It's about changing the way reality interacts with you. When your energy rises, so does the quality of your experiences. People start responding differently because they're responding to a different vibration. The opportunities you once had to chase start appearing in front of you because your frequency now matches their arrival. And the moments that used to break you now reveal themselves as doorways to something greater. But here's something essential: when you raise your energy, your old life may not fit anymore. The spaces that were built around your lower frequency might begin to feel tight, uncomfortable, or misaligned. Some people will no longer understand you. Some situations will naturally dissolve, and this isn't punishment. It's the universe recalibrating around your new signal. You're not losing, you're making space for the frequency you now carry. Imagine standing on a shoreline watching the tide pull back before a new wave arrives. That space isn't emptiness, it's preparation. That's how energy works. When you let go of what no longer matches your frequency, you create a vacuum, and the universe fills it with something aligned. Most people cling to the old because they fear the space, but the space is sacred. It's where the magic rushes in. When you hold your energy at a higher frequency, you stop needing constant proof. You stop begging life to reassure you. You stop gripping outcomes so tightly they can't breathe. Instead, you trust. You trust because you felt the shift inside yourself. You trust because your energy is no longer built on scarcity. You trust because you've learned that what you radiate, you inevitably receive. That quiet confidence is magnetic beyond words. And that's the ultimate turning point. When you move from hoping your life will change to knowing it's already changing because you have changed, you step into true creative power. You no longer ask, will it happen? You simply say, it's already mine. Not with arrogance, but with a grounded certainty that comes from being in harmony with the energy of what you desire. And the universe responds to certainty like a tuning fork finds its match. The real beauty of reprogramming your energy is how it transforms your relationship with time. When you're vibrating at a lower frequency, you often live in the past or the future. You replay old stories or chase what hasn't arrived yet. But when your frequency is aligned, you land in the present moment, the only place where creation actually happens. The present is where your energy has its greatest power. The present is where the magic lives. Think about it. Every miracle you've ever experienced didn't happen in the past or future. It happened in a single moment where energy aligned perfectly. When you anchor yourself in the present, you step into that field of infinite potential again and again. That's why life starts feeling effortless. That's why things begin flowing to you without the frantic grasping. You're no longer trying to drag the future toward you. You're meeting it where it already exists energetically. And the moment you begin living from that space, life changes shape. The phone call you needed arrives without struggle. The right person crosses your path without chasing. The idea you've been searching for downloads with ease. The very fabric of reality bends to meet you because your energy has become a match for it. This is the magic that people sense, but can't always explain. It's not external. It's internal alignment manifesting outwardly. But here's a gentle reminder: this isn't a finish line. Reprogramming your energy isn't a one-time event. It's a way of living. Just like you tune an instrument regularly, you tune your energy daily. Some days the note will be clear and strong. Other days it might waver. But the commitment to come back to your frequency, that's what creates mastery. Over time, alignment becomes second nature. You stop asking, "How do I get there?" Because you are already there. And when alignment becomes your normal, everything you once called miraculous simply becomes your rhythm. The extraordinary becomes ordinary. What once felt like magic now feels like home. Because it is. You're no longer chasing magic, you're living inside it. This is the moment when your energy begins leading your reality instead of following it. And when that happens, you realize how powerful you've always been. You were never waiting for something outside of you. You were waiting to remember yourself. The frequency of your highest potential has always been within you, quietly waiting beneath the noise of fear, doubt, and old stories. And once you remember, you don't go back. There's a quiet strength that comes with this kind of transformation. It's not loud. It doesn't need to prove anything. It moves through the world with certainty. The kind of certainty that doesn't chase but attracts. The kind of certainty that doesn't control but trusts. The kind of certainty that turns every step into a magnetic field. And the world can't help but respond to that. As you live in this frequency, something else happens. Your presence begins to shift the energy of others. Without forcing, without convincing, you become a walking reminder of what's possible. People feel lighter around you. They feel hope, clarity, and possibility. That's the ripple effect of reprogramming your energy. You don't just change your world. You influence the field around you. And that's how real change spreads. There's a point in this journey when you stop doubting and start remembering. You stop asking for signs and start becoming the sign. You stop wondering when the magic will happen and start realizing it's been happening all along, waiting for you to tune in. That's the moment your energy and your destiny meet. From here, the path doesn't require force. It requires trust, presence, and consistency. Every breath is an opportunity to choose your frequency. Every thought is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Every heartbeat carries the signature of your energy out into the universe. And the universe, without fail, responds. You are not a passive observer in your story. You are the author, the architect, the conductor. The frequency you hold is the blueprint of your reality. And the moment you decide to hold that frequency with clarity, everything changes. Not gradually, instantly. The outer world may take time to rearrange, but the shift happens the moment your energy does. So breathe deeply. Feel the power pulsing beneath the surface of your being. Know that every cell in your body is a transmitter. Know that your frequency is not fixed. It's fluid, it's alive, it's yours to shape. Know that the magic you've been searching for has never been outside of you. It's been encoded in your energy from the very beginning. When you reprogram your energy, you stop waiting for a miracle. You become the miracle. You stop asking for signs. You are the sign. You stop chasing what's meant for you. You simply align, and what's meant for you finds you like water finding the ocean. Effortlessly. Naturally. Inevitably. And when you reach that place, when your frequency and your reality are in harmony, life stops being something to survive and starts being something to create. The magic you feel isn't rare. It's who you are. It always has been. You just finally remembered how to turn it on.